Hello everyone and welcome back to Macro Waves. I hope you've been doing well and very sorry that I haven't been posting any videos lately. As you can see from the Bitcoin price charts here, there hasn't been much happening, which is, to be honest with you, is quite expected in my opinion, because we're in the middle of this massive, gigantic consolidating triangle, as you can see, which started all the way back on the 19th of May. And we're just pushing sideways and sideways and sideways towards that all-important, roughly 70 to 80% price move from left of this triangle to right. So we can usually expect a breakout around the 70 to 80% of the consolidating pattern. So now is around the time when we should be paying attention to breakout, to the upside or the downside. And what you can see here, you might be wondering, well, what are those yellow circles on the screen there, and what are those red circles doing there? Well, this is the lunar phases. Now, I'm quite a newbie when it comes to astrology, but believe it or not, these things actually work like clockwork. You don't trade around them. I don't trade at all. But you can clearly see from the Bitcoin price that when we have, let me just show you the settings here. When you have a full moon, which is the kind of a dark color here, the red color, and you have a new moon, you've got the yellow color here. So full moon is red, new moon is yellow. You can see we have a high there, and we can look back at the price, and you can see it roughly corresponds to a high. And likewise for the red circle there, which is, let me show you again. Also, my memory isn't the greatest, but let me show you that. The full moon, which we're coming up to in just a few days, which I'm going to talk about now, roughly corresponds to a low. And so we have still yet to print a new full moon low, which, as far as this theory goes, as far as what I can see with my bare eyes on the chart, should be somewhere around this green box that I've highlighted here. As you can see, end of phase E, which would be the end of the redistribution of the Wyckoff phase, and this would signal the end of phase E. And then, in my humble opinion, could be completely wrong, but then after this period has come to a close, then we see the reaccumulation phase, after we've seen a massive automatic rally. Okay, so this is the kind of thing to expect. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is really around the, let me just go to the other chart there, is around the full moon in Aquarius, July 24th, Bitcoin analysis. Now, depending on where you are in the world, it could be July 23rd, so take it July 23rd to the 24th, but actually it's a period of about, let's say, 2 to 3 weeks. You can say that this effect will be very, very powerful until I believe it's August the 8th. So July 23rd to August the 8th, the power of this full moon will be in play. So it's just an awareness to have. And as you can see on the chart here, I've highlighted with these horizontal lines, the 23rd and 24th. So I'm expecting to see another low set in here. It could be a wick just down to 27 or 26 or so. It may just be a wick to 29. We don't know. But it's highly likely, with all the things that are going on in the world, when I'm looking at, and now here are for some, I'm sure many of you are in the crypto space, trading and very knowledgeable, but also for those in the stock market. Today we just saw a massive, now we're 3 to 4% from the all-time high. We saw a massive gap down, which is something to take in consideration. And we have the dollar index teetering at its resistance. And if it breaks the resistance, we'll open up much higher levels, which may not seem like a lot, but if we go to 94, 95, 96, we'll see huge recalculations in the global financial markets. And also another thing I want to bring your awareness to is the volatility index, the S&P 500, which is showing also huge movement, as you can see here. heading towards its resistance, and we're also roughly around the 70% of 70% of this consolidating pattern here, maybe yeah, towards 70 to 75% or so. So it's time to pay attention to big moves, and Ethereum is also looking very interesting now to maybe buy up at much cheaper prices. But anyway, I'm digressing from the purpose of this video. I don't want to go into too much detail in this video. I just want to get this out there to you so you're aware of what's going on, that in, let's say, 2021, 2023, in about 3 to 4 days, we are heading in to a very, very important in the astrology, a very important and powerful full moon in Aquarius. Now, some of you may know out there, especially if you're in astrology, we've had over 2,000 years of being in the age of Pisces, where humanity has been asleep. And now, for the last 3 or 4 months, we've entered the period of Aquarius. Aquarius is going to be a period of 2,500 years where we have the powers that be are going to control the population through digital technology, digital currencies, and transformation into this new age of serfdom and all that scary stuff. But this period that we're in now, more specifically 2021, is when people are really waking up to realizing how things have been a lie, and the structures in place, that they don't agree with those structures, and they're fighting and rebelling and waking up to what the hell is going on in the world. And that's why we need to pay attention to certain moves like this in Bitcoin, in crypto, in the traditional finance world, that big moves are going to take place. And also they're going to hurt a lot of people even more beyond belief. That's the world we're living in. So on July 23rd, we have a full moon at 1 degree in Aquarius, and it's conjunct Pluto at 10 degrees away from Saturn. So this time period, the next week or so, is going to be similar to how we felt back in early 2020. Do you remember how you felt back in 2020? The first, say, 2 or 3 months, first quarter, first 2 quarters, let's say, that was the feeling of the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Now, if you want me to do future videos on the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, please let me know. I'd love to talk about that. It's very, very interesting, and I can show you some other stuff as well. But there is this sense, right? So I'm going to show you this on the chart here, so just follow me for a moment. So this full moon, right, it is like, we're moving forward. Things are really gaining speed now. We've experienced so much suffering, setbacks, delays. Now things are really going to move forward. And that's also a time to be mindful of massive moves in the market, because this period of time is where the powers that be and the people in the know, the people that are connected spiritually, the people that are connected, the elite in the world, the good and the bad elite, there are two sides, as you may or may not know, they are now making their moves. They're moving around the things where they're needed. And that means that we can expect these big moves to come in. And it's a very, very good time. The last 2 weeks of July, first week of August, is to buy and sell and trade. So if that's useful, let me know. Give me a like if you're enjoying this content so far, so I can make more of it for you. I'm doing this completely for fun. I really love astrology and investing and trading and crypto and things like that. So one other thing I really wanted to mention to you before I leave you, I don't want to before this video becomes too long, is that full moons, the one we're coming up to in a few days, are when things are revealed and we gain clarity about something that has previously been kept in the dark. And by the way, I'm reading this from astrobutterfly.com. I'll share the link below in this video. So what kind of things have been kept in the dark from us related to Bitcoin? Is it the tether thing? Is it some more China stuff? Is it regulation? Is it governmental control? Is it some kind of ban? Is it the grayscale unlock? Is it, what is it, right? So some things are going to be revealed. So the full moon will illuminate some hidden truths about the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Saturn-Pluto is really, when we look at that process, which is, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction is a pattern of movement of this conjunction, which Bitcoin represents, crypto represents as the disruptive technology, the disruptive technological force of transformation change, right? So something about that conjunction is going to be revealed to us, which took place way back in January 2020, which is also related to the pandemic. The things that are changing, disrupting the structures, the traditional structures in our lives, the things that are uprooting everything that we know that has been solid in our lives up until now, and what took place in December of 2020. When we had the massive astronomical rise in the Bitcoin price, right, towards the all-time highs. So some truths are coming out very soon. But I'd love to know what you think about all this. Please share your thoughts in the comments. I'm very happy to keep on making content like this for you in the future. Like and subscribe and share this video to people that are interested in crypto and astrology and just enjoying some educational content, which is not financial advice. Absolutely not. This is just for fun. Thank you very much, and see you again in the next one.